So you have three things that your teacher is going to always ask. And it's always going to be Rolle's mean value and intermediate value theorem.
All right, yeah.
Okay? I want you to break them down into the individual components of the words. Okay? Mean value theorem.
Yeah.
Intermediate value theorem. And Rolle's. Okay?
Average. In between. And yeah, I didn't know what that is.
I think about a ball. Like rolling.
Oh.
Okay? But we'll talk about that in a moment. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
What are the differences? What are the reasons that we use these? Okay? We want to talk about the real world. And when I talk about the real world, what we'll do is we'll talk about three different things. We have a hill, so like hiking. We have money, like stocks. And then we'll talk about car and driving.
Yeah. Okay,
so that can be running and speed and things like that. Okay? So a mean value theorem, you always are given, and I'm just going to say, this is our hill.
Yeah.
Okay? The average slope,
average slope.
the overall average slope
Yeah.
exists between A and B.
Yeah.
Okay? So from A to B, this triangle exists somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
At least one time.
At least one time.
Okay? So what that means is that if I had money, let's say today I had $100 and tomorrow I have $200.
Yeah.
Well, let's actually make it better numbers. Let's say 150. So I increased by $50, right?
Yeah.
Now that average slope of 50%, does that exist? Yeah, it exists right here, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say I go the next day and I increase to something even more. Okay. Let's say I increase to 250. Okay.
Yeah.
Now my overall slope is plus 150, right?
Yep.
Or 150%. And that 150% that I increase from that 100, do I have a slope of 150% somewhere? Yeah, because from here to here, I get that 150% same slope in between. Okay?
Yeah.
Now let's say for a car or where I'm driving miles per hour, let's say I go from 0 miles per hour to 60 miles per hour. And let's actually say instead of it being a straight me going faster and faster, I go on the highway, I slow down, I come and I slow down. Now I'm at 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Is it true at some point along this I had to have hit 60 miles an hour? If my overall I've done 60 miles an hour, I had to have hit 60 miles an hour. I can't have jumped over 60 miles an hour somehow.
Yeah, absolutely.
My car physically cannot skip that number. It's physics. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Once I hit 59, I don't jump to 61. I have to go 59, 60, 61. As I run, I don't suddenly go to another sudden new mile an hour, right? I don't just jump and suddenly start at 60. I have to go from 0 to 60. So whatever the average I have must exist somewhere on the graph.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay? Then intermediate value theorem is the number, the in-between, right? What it is saying, if I go from here to here, and let's say this is a hill, let's say this is the hike that we have.
Yeah.
The intermediate value theorem states that I can be certain that this part exists.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anything below it, I don't know anything above it, but I know from here to here, if these are my two values, AB to CD, okay, I know that there are values in between.
Yeah.
Intermediate, in between the values, those values must exist. Fair enough? Okay? Rolle's theorem is simply a flat one. This one is saying the average slope exists, so the slope must exist somewhere, right?
Yeah.
This one is saying that if I have an average slope of 0, there must be a maximum or a minimum somewhere in between, or multiple, at least one maximum or at least one minimum.
Yeah.
Because if it's not just straight ground, if I go up, I gotta come back down. If I go down, I gotta come back up.
Right. Yeah.
And so Rolle's theorem is stating that no matter what, if I have an overall slope of 0 from A to B, okay, there must be C in between in which the slope is 0. There must be a value in which it. Same idea that the overall slope, the average slope of 0, exists somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Fair? Got it?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.